Hey guys, welcome back to Home Built, and today we are going to take the Alfa down to get it blasted. Alright guys, so as you saw last week, I cut all the seals off the bottom of the car and the front and the rear off, getting everything ready so that the sandblaster can get in there and blast the whole car back and get it back to bare metal. See how much we're left with. I've already had a look and most of it seems to be pretty good. I'm pretty lucky with this car. It is a pretty good rust-free car as far as these things go anyway. So before I can actually take this down to the blaster, I actually have to get it onto the trailer. And that presents its own issues in itself. So first things first, let's get the trailer around and start getting things ready to go. Alright, so those of you who've been watching my channel for a little while will have seen my crusty old car trailer that I've been using for a while now. It's a little sore and sorry for itself, but it does the job. I need a way to get this rotisserie onto the trailer, and Super Cheap have gone and hooked me up with a winch. This thing is massively oversized really for what I need for this case. It's a 12,000 pound winch, so what's about 5.5 ton or something. It's a big winch. Before I can actually use it, I need to actually mount it onto the trailer. So my next job is to open it up, see what it's going to take to actually mount this up on the tongue of the trailer. So then I can tow up not only my rotisserie, but if I have a car, I take the track, and for some reason, fingers crossed that never happens, that it's blown up or smashed or whatever, I can drag it up onto the back of the car trailer. So let's open this up now and have a look, see what it comes with, and I'll put a link for it in the description if you want to see this actual hoist and get one for yourself. Let's go and see if we can mount it up to the trailer. Alright, I've done a bit of brainstorming trying to work out how I'm going to mount this, and I've dug into my scrap and I've got this 6mm plate that I'm going to cut a base out of. And the directions actually say it needs a 10mm base plate, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount this on top of a couple of 5mm box sections, and it'll be welded onto, this plate will be welded onto the frame I'm going to make out of 5mm box. So when it's bolted through, it's going to be bolted down through 10mm, and this will be welded to that, so it'll all be nice and solid and nice and stable. So next thing is I'm going to mark it out and then pull out the trusty plasma cutter and cut it up. Much quicker than using a grinder, much. Okay, so I've got my plate cut out, and I just never can seem to get my plasma working as well as what Matt at Urchfab does. He seems to be able to cut nice straight lines, and I don't know whether my settings or what it is. It makes a dog's breakfast out of it, and yeah, so I had to sort of clean it up a little bit with a grinder. I'm not really worried about how pretty this thing is. It's just got to do the job, but either way, it's cut out now. I've sort of tidied it up a little bit. Now it's time to go through and drill out my holes, and then I can start looking at making up my mounting frame. All right, I've got it all set up. I'm actually going to run this off of my portable power pack instead of actually trying to wire it up through the car somehow. It also comes, you can either set it up as a wireless or with a long cable on it. Of course, I'm going to try and use it wirelessly. It's going to be much easier to be able to sort of guide things from the back and actually be able to control it from here. So I'm going to connect it up now and let's see if it works. All right, this is working perfectly now, and it's going to make things so much easier getting cars on and off of the trailer. Actually, I just bought this trailer when I bought my 911, and originally I had those sort of the terrible sort of ladder type ramps on it. And when I bought the 911, it was a complete car with the engine in it, with sort of semi-flat tires. So it was you couldn't roll on the flat very well, let alone trying to get up the ramps. And we were in a flat car park. There was no way to try and get it on there. We were pushing it. We were trying to use ratchet straps. It was a nightmare. So this is going to save all of that in the future. All right, well, that's it for this afternoon. And first thing in the morning, I am going to strap that rotisserie onto this car trailer, and let's see if we can get it down to get blasted. All right, so it's the next morning, and before I can put this on the hoist and take it away, you might have remembered from a previous episode that this is currently a little bit top heavy, so the balance point is not quite right, and if I unbolt it and let it go, the car would sit upside down, it wouldn't sit right way up. So to balance that out, all I'm going to do is I'm going to drop this down about 50 mil or so, 2 inches in old school. So to do that, I'm going to get it back on the hoist, lift it up, take the weight off of it, take the bolts out, lower it down, drill a new hole at 50 mil lower, and bolt it up, and it should hopefully spin nicely. All right, new position. Let's hope that it's a better balance point, and let's give it a try. All right, it's still top heavy just, but it's so close to neutrally balanced. I'm quite happy with that. As soon as I start putting on some weight on the bottom, it's probably actually the frame itself is actually the weight that's at the top. As it is, I'm happy with that. It's nice and stable. It's not going to be fighting me at all. I can turn it over without any resistance. It's really, really easy. So now it is time to get it on the trailer. The remote winch, fantastic, but I just realised as I was halfway up the ramp that because I'm trying to pull this up in the doorway of my garage, the roof of the car was going to hit my roller door. So I have to drag the trailer out. I'm going to leave it connected up. I'm just going to get some slack in, drive it out just a bit, just enough so that we can tow it up and get on the road. All right, bit of playing around, but we're on. Now it's time to centralise it up with the straps, strap it down and get on the road. All loaded up, ready to roll, so let's get on the road. All right, and I made it. So the car is down here now getting ready to get blasted, so we will see this back in a couple of weeks when it's hopefully looking a lot better than it does now.
Hey guys. In the late 1920s, Enzo Ferrari proved himself to be a better team manager than a driver. On the 16th of November 1929, Alfa Romeo privatised its racing team with Enzo Ferrari at its head. The Scuderia Ferrari race team was born, building and racing Alfa Romeo race cars. In the early 30s, Scuderia Ferrari, racing its then outdated 8C Monzas, was struggling against the Maserati brothers. Wasn't until the end of 1933 when Enzo Ferrari got his hands on the latest P3 race car that things started to turn around for Alfa Romeo. As the rules no longer required mechanics to ride in the cars, the P3 was the world's first single-seat race car. Scuderia Ferrari went on to win most of the remaining races, and in 1934 they dominated, with a highlight being taking out first, second and third at the French Grand Prix. In 1935, against the almighty auto union cars bankrolled by Hitler's Third Reich, many thought the ageing Alfas being competitive at the Nürburgring would be impossible. But a small statued Italian by the name of Tazio Nuvolari fought back from 10th place to take the win.
All right, well, the Alfa has gone down for sandblasting, which is great news. And yes, there probably won't be a video on Monday because I actually have shingles, which is
no joke.
really
It's no joke.
uncomfortable. And
Yeah.
so I think I'm just going to take it easy for a couple of days. But the end of next week, hopefully, I am still going to be announcing the engine for the Alfa. I'm quite excited. For those of you who are worried, I'm not going off brand, so it's still going to be in the family. So I'm really excited. Put your guesses in. I know a lot of you have been guessing all sorts of things, but yes.
Yep, it's great. Really, really exciting. I hope you're enjoying the show. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and there's the Patron's page as well if you'd like to see the videos a day early.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
See ya.